The ability to drive safely and well, varies in exact proportion to the number of drivers on the road. Drivers get better with experience, and with enough experience they turn into professionals and tend to favour specialist skills. But fortunately for most of us, our everyday driving need not be quite so hazardous, providing we remember that the more skill we bring to bear, the less chance we have of having an accident. The Institute of Advanced Motorists exists to foster these skills. Driving is an activity which we often take for granted. It's perhaps become second nature to us, and only in difficulty or emergency do we become aware of what a complex and demanding process it really is. In this film, we will try to give you a few examples of how a new awareness of your driving can lead to a more satisfying, less stressful and, incidentally, safer use of your car. Driveability. Some caution about our physical fitness should influence our decision to slip behind the wheel. We're all aware of the dangers of drinking and driving.
Can I have another one, Tara? No, I mean, I'd really like to, but I've got a long way to drive.
But do we think about the medicines we're taking, or the effects of emotional stress? If you're fit to drive, what of your car? That inert bundle of technology and styling. Is it fit to drive? In some cases, it must be abundantly clear that the answer is no. But mostly, the defects will be more subtle, but equally disabling. So it's a good habit to check your brakes, steering, lights, and tires. All safety-related items. And like all good habits, indulge yourself frequently. On the road, it's observation and concentration. Two words that can keep you out of all potentially dangerous situations. Train yourself to spot the potential dangers before they become real dangers. Once you start observing everything on the road, you can assess its value, and on that you can base a driving plan. The plan itself is simple. Course, mirror, signal, brake, gear, acceleration. Remember it by, can my safety be given away? Course, mirror, signal, brake, gear, accelerate. Approaching a junction, first mentally select the course you wish to take. Check your mirror before changing course or speed. And make your signal, if necessary, to tell other road users what you intend to do. Do your braking in a straight line. In this instance, as we're approaching a stop sign, there's no need to change gear because we've got to stop anyway. pull up to the stop line. Look right, look left, and right again, and if the road is clear, you can proceed. Once through the junction, accelerate. Gently at first, then, if it's safe to do so, more progressively.
Yes, I know you've heard about the driving plan before, but the trick is to practice it constantly. Can my safety be given away? Course, mirror, signal, brake, gear, acceleration.
Course, mirror, signal, brake, gear, accelerate.
You'll be surprised how quickly you can apply it to every situation on the road.
And if your driving plan is correct, you'll always be on the right part of the road, at the right speed, and in the right gear.
And that marks the start of an advanced driver. There's only one person who doesn't need to improve his driving. And he is the Formula One world champion, the world rally champion, the holder of the world land speed record, and the dazzling maestro of the skid pan. And of course, such a paragon doesn't exist. So, while the professionals hone their particular talents, we are better employed improving our capability behind the wheel. Having settled yourself in the car, check your driving position. Place your hands gently but firmly on the wheel in the 2:45 or 10:2 position, thumbs uppermost, and when you turn the wheel, feed it through the hands, not letting either hand past the 12 o'clock position. This ensures that you remain in charge of the car rather than the car taking charge of you. Many people complain that they can't easily let their hands fall onto the wheel in a comfortable way. This is because they don't adjust their seats properly. Make sure, when you're comfortably settled, that you have enough leg room and also the backrest of your seat is properly adjusted. And of course, before you drive off, don't forget to do up your safety belt.
Having a sort of death grip on the wheel can lead to harsh movements. And it's the same with braking. At 30 miles an hour, you can lose 2 months normal tyre wear in a stop like this. Brakes are most efficient just before the wheels lock. So short, sharp jabs at the brakes stop you much quicker than locking all the wheels and praying.
The dab technique, or cadence braking, is the safest way of stopping a car at speed.
In direct contrast, acceleration works much better when it's smooth and progressive. The most common use of acceleration is in overtaking, and here we demonstrate the correct procedure. If the situation ahead and behind is safe, decide if you're in the right gear for maximum acceleration. Check your mirror again, then signal. Gently accelerate past the vehicle in front. Now we can stay in the same gear and lane to overtake this next small vehicle as well. No fierce acceleration because we are traveling in the wet. When the overtaken vehicle appears in your rear view mirror, signal, then pull back into the near side lane. Be careful in bad weather. It not only impairs visibility, but also makes for a slippery driving surface. Don't dawdle in overtaking, and if in any doubt at all, don't do it.
Ever since the Romans stopped building roads in Britain, we've had to learn to live with bends. There's a wrong way of doing it, and a right way.
Smoothness is what we should aim for. Make the right choice of speed and gear for the bend as you approach it. Don't brake on a bend unless absolutely necessary. And remember the golden rule: slow in and gentle acceleration out. Using the gearbox, the ambition again is smoothness. Always use first for pulling away. Use positive acceleration And during upward changes, release the accelerator each time. Changing down, the aim is to match engine and road speed. And a good tip is to keep your foot quite still on the accelerator. This will increase the revs and effect a refreshingly smooth change. With an automatic gearbox, your right foot operates both the brake and the accelerator. And such is the quality of the automatic gearboxes these days, as in this Opel Monza, that there's no need to slip in and out of drive when you're stuck in traffic.
Urban driving is ideal for practicing the driving plan. Can my safety be given away? But the slightest lapse in concentration can do you down. Expect pedestrians to wander out from anywhere and everywhere. Expect doors to be opened in your face. And for safety's sake, give children, animals, and cyclists the same treatment. Extreme caution and a wide berth.
Then there are the complexities of the road system itself, which can lead to confusion and exasperation and the loss of concentration when it might be most needed. Try to approach these problems in the simplest and most direct manner. Multi-mini roundabouts are a prime example. Treat each one as a major roundabout and you won't go far wrong. Approaching a roundabout, look for your exit sign and choose your lane. Right lane for turning right, left lane for going straight on or turning left. Priority is from the right, unless the road signs tell you differently. And once on the roundabout, continue to signal right until the exit before the one you wish to take, then signal left. Parking gives you a chance to exercise another skill. Of course, the first problem is trying to find a space. But the maneuver is easy if it's done like this. Stop about 2 feet out and parallel with the car you intend to park behind. Your rear bumper about level with its rear wheel. Start reversing slowly, and when your rear bumpers are lined up, put on almost full left lock and aim the offside of your bumper at the near side headlamp of the car behind. Then straighten your wheels. When your front bumper gets level with the bumper of the car in front, begin to put on full right lock, but do it slowly. As soon as you're clear, put on the rest of the lock quickly. When you're in line with the curb, straighten your wheels and move forward to the center of your space. This helps the car behind get out more easily. And when you've parked your car, don't forget to lock it. Statistically, motorways are safer than any other road. And we can reduce the element of risk still further by a simple series of checks before setting out. Always check your oil and your tires before getting into your car. Now, I check brakes, lights, windscreen wipers and washers, and petrol. Drumming your foot on the hard shoulder waiting for a gallon of petrol is both time-consuming and needlessly expensive. We join the motorway via a slip road. This gives us enough time
to gauge our speed to the slow-moving traffic in the left-hand lane. Looking for a safe gap to do so.
If ever there's a habit to indulge yourself in, it's the constant use of mirrors. But beware of blind spots in your vehicle. They can conceal that most vulnerable of road users, the motorcyclist. Give yourself a moment or two in the left-hand lane to check the traffic pattern ahead and behind. Then, to move from the left-hand lane to overtake a slower vehicle, it's the driving plan. Course. Look to see where you want to go. Mirror. Wait for a safe gap. Then signal, in plenty of time. Don't worry about the brake this time. Gear, as appropriate, and acceleration. On a 3-lane motorway, the outer lane is for overtaking only. It's not a cruising lane. Now, cruising speed on a motorway is a combination of the legal limit, weather conditions, traffic conditions, the comfort of your passengers and yourself, and the comfort of your engine. Travelling at maximum revs for long periods can cause severe damage. Leaving the motorway, it's the driving plan. Adjust your speed, move into the left lane, and signal left no later than the 300-yard exit marker. Once you're in the exit road, make a conscious check of your speed and adjust to the ordinary road ahead, probably with two-way traffic.
Motorways are, without doubt, highly efficient ways of getting from A to B, but they do have their drawbacks.
The variety and visual pleasures of the rural B-class route can make for a longer but much less taxing journey. But there are hazards in the picturesque unlikely to be found on other routes. The mobile hazards are people, who perhaps feel a bit exposed without a pavement to protect them, horses, who can shy at the oddest thing, and cattle, who probably use the road more often than you.
Driving in a country lane is like driving in clear fog. Your vision is often very severely restricted. Trees, hedgerows, fences, and umpteen blind bends.
The other sort of mobile hazard is the farm vehicle. Meeting one head-on, remember that it's almost impossible for it to reverse. And overtaking requires patience, consideration of the driver's problems, and plenty of road space.
Wherever you drive, be it motorway, town or country lane, driving to the exacting skills of the Institute of Advanced Motorists not only gives you a great sense of achievement, but it makes you a more skillful, safer, and more satisfied driver. It's a sobering reflection that even in the short time that you have been watching this film, accidents have gone on happening on the roads of this country. And it's to help reduce the number of those accidents that the Institute of Advanced Motorists, with the assistance of Vauxhall Motors, has made this film.